Working. Cool. Everything here's good. Alright, we're good. Hello. Where am I? Oh yeah, camera's way up there now. I decided to move things a little more central to the computer, seeing as we're not going to be using a drawing tablet for a while. Alright, working on this game some more. I did a few things off camera, not much, just a few things. I wrote down little notes here. So I changed the way upgrading works. Instead of writing them all as an individual variable, I'll just use this upgrade variable and use 0, 1, 2, 3 to represent the different upgrades. I'm gonna try that. That way it's less variables. I also I deleted the global facing variable because it's unnecessary. I was thinking about that like right after I turned off the stream. So instead, bullets are just going to grab whatever the player's image xscale is and set it as their xscale, and then that's a lot easier than creating a global variable that does this anyway. So I just thought, like, sometimes that global variable thing works, but in this particular case it really isn't necessary. I don't need to make another variable, and it's just extra lines of code, so I'm trying to be cleaner with my code. Other thing was the jellyfish. I made it to where when the character goes to the bottom of the screen, the jellyfish don't move, or they won't come up if they've already been there. So if I go to the bottom of the screen, these jellyfish won't move. Oh, right there, you can see these numbers on the screen. This is just what their Y coordinate is, and this is one of the things, if you want to get better at, it's just a good thing to learn tech stuff for testing your game, because you can draw anything in a text thing, and that way you can see like what numbers your stuff is actually using. That makes things a little easier to visualize. But anyway, these are like where the jellyfish are and what their Y coordinates are right now, and because I'm at the bottom of the screen, they're not spawning. So if I go up a bit, you'll see as soon as I get above that certain threshold, they'll start moving again. And then I did something, instead of before, it would have activated them. So you could have just gone up a bit and then come back down and then still got attacked, or still got like something spawn right on you. So now, if they're not, until they're on the screen, they won't move, basically, if you're at the bottom of the screen. So now you can see they're moving again, coming back up. So that's all I did with it. There. Now I should probably do something where they can't spawn on top of each other, but I don't know. I'm not too worried about that right now. So okay, that works fine. And in fact, I'm gonna go in the draw event. All I did to do that, this show the text, is I did draw text at its X coordinate. The room height divided by 2 puts it in the middle of the screen. And then what the string is what our current Y coordinate is. But I'm gonna get rid of that now because we don't need that. Okay. So that's good. There goes the note. Cool. So the next thing I want to do is I want to figure out the camera. We'll go ahead and do that real quick. So honestly, we can make the camera just follow the player. I think that'll be fine. I don't know, let me think about it. I might want to do a camera being its own object, because honestly it should be fine as long as it stays within the bounds of the screen. I should have looked at how to do that before I started the stream, because I don't know if I'll be able to remember this, but we'll see. So I know I need a viewport for this whole camera thing. Let's go ahead and set this back to what it's supposed to be for this. Okay, so viewports and cameras. Enable viewports. Viewport 0 is visible, and it's going to be 1920 by 1080. There we go. There's a viewport, and all I have to do is have this viewport follow the player up and down. And I need to make sure it doesn't go off the screen. I don't quite remember all that, but I really should have looked at something previous, because I haven't really done camera movement since my first game. And I don't think I'll be able to remember how to do it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and save this and open my other game just so I can remember how to do this. Unless I wrote it down, which I probably did. Now that I think about it. That would have been smarter to check this instead of loading the whole project. Camera script. Yeah, I did write it down. Well, should have checked this first. Yeah, I had it all written down already, so I just wasted some time. I don't know why it keeps opening that folder, which I don't want all my stuff to show up there. I'm gonna have to change like the default folder location again. Right. Camera script. So in room properties, enable viewports. Yep. Clear viewport background. Visible. What's clear viewport background? Should I check that? It shows it as being selected here, I guess. That's why I wrote it down. I don't know what that does though, I don't remember. Let's go ahead and just do it then. I don't remember. Most of this I probably got from a YouTube video or something showing me cameras. Alright, create event. Step event, okay. Let's just copy these in and go through them. I'm going to put them on the player, I think. Yeah, because the only time I need a camera is in these side-scrolling parts, I believe. Like the overworld map and shop menu and anything like that. The camera's just going to be in one screen. It's only going to be in these ones, so yeah, it should be attached to this script, I think. Alright, camera equals camera create. VM, the variable. X, Y, minus 10, X, Y. What is this? God, I don't remember. Projection, ortho. Okay, this is 1920 by 1080. Z near and Z far. View camera 0, that's the one we're using. Camera follow, so we're not following that, we're following ourselves. So do we even have to do that? I don't think so. Alright, let me get the other part of this. Because I don't think I need to do a lot of this. This is for following another object, but we're following ourselves. So that might not be necessary. I guess I'll do the camera at the bottom. Oh, right. I might need to put this on a different thing. Do I, though? Huh. That's right. Camera needs to be... I think camera needs to be its own object because the player can move on the side of the screen, but the camera needs to stay in the center. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. So there is a reason to have the camera be its own object. I believe so. And it just follows this. Alright, that'll make things simpler anyway, probably. Oh, camera. Okay, so we made our own camera object. Camera equals that, so most of this will be correct now. Instead of following object champion, we're following object player. Alright. And I believe this is how we keep it in the center by dividing by 2. And this will change depending on what the room is, so that's good. Follow, if follow is no one, then it'll go to like just an X and Y coordinate. I don't know. I think it'll just work like it is. There's no reason it shouldn't. So if I just drop this in here, the viewport should follow where the camera is, and the camera is just following where the player is. This over here. Alright, let's just test it. So right. Should be fine if I move down. Oh, I won't be able to tell. It is working. We see the character's not moving until we get to the bottom. We just don't have a background, so it's hard to see. But I think the camera's got like some drag or something on it right now, because the way it moved to him, if I just do this, for example, if I put it down here, the camera's gonna like slowly pan to where he is, and I want it to be like instant. Let's just test that. Yeah. It's not a big issue. Camera should always start at the top of the screen, and the player should always start at the top. Let's see if we can make it instant anyway. Yeah, so this is moving it slowly, but if I wanted it just equal, alright, let's try this. This might break it. But if that works, then it should just instantly go to where it is when I start it. No, I know another way to do this, but that did seem to work. And it doesn't look like it broke anything either. Another way to do this is make it to where in the create event, and then you get the smooth transition. So this might be the better way to do it. Equals. There we go. So this sets the X and Y to equal the player's X and Y when it's created. And then everything runs. So this should do what I was doing before, but it starts on the player instead. Yeah, there we go. So it's instantly on the player. And we've got a camera that goes up and down, though it's hard to see right now because there's no background. But you can see it like this, and bullets are going up instead of straight. Yeah, they're going at a diagonal. And I'm following this guy up. Okay, that's cool. Camera's finished. That was easy. Alright. This is why I recommend doing this, even though I forgot about it. All the useful scripts, just copy them into a notepad. They're very small. Bring it up when you need it, instead of having to Google it every time. Okay, what's next? Player momentum. So, I don't know. I might do some player momentum stuff. I think I want to play the old, or the game that I'm trying to emulate before I set up like how movement works. Maybe we hold this off for later. It's not that important right now. Yeah, let's hold this off. We can make enemies and stuff first. I won't worry about the way it moves until a bit later. Right here. Alright, the camera's done. Alright, let's make the enemies. Though I still haven't done like hit detection yet, but that's not a problem. I'm gonna make a parent player object, so whatever. Right, take the jellyfish, let's duplicate it, because our jellyfish was already pretty good. This is octopus. Octopus should be the next one. Yeah. So they should move diagonally and burst, okay. So these ones work kind of like the jellyfish, but most of this stuff will stay the same. But the way it moves is different. HP will equal 2. I might want to raise the HP at some point, but this is fine. And what I could do is go HP max, make a new variable. There we go. So that way I set it to equal something that I can just change it here, and that'll change it in the code. So the HP max will always be 2. I'm gonna do that for jellyfish too real quick. Hello. Hi, slimy. Slimy. HP max. Oh. Okay. Octopus movement. So I want to... Fuck. Where are we moving at? It'll still do the same thing if it hits the top of the screen. So this is fine. I just need to do this part, it needs to be different. Alright. This is gonna have to be on like an alarm or something. I gotta think of how to do this. So the idea is, this is like the squid enemies in Mario Brothers, to where they move in like a burst and then stop, and in a burst, and they kind of track towards the player in diagonals. So being on alarm makes sense. So instead of y equals this, we just say alarm. I mean, I don't have to use an alarm. I could just make another variable with a timer. Might make it simpler. I don't know. Yeah, let's do a timer. I think a timer might be better. So this adds up on a timer, and then when the timer happens, greater than, let's say every second, speed. That's no good, because it won't go far enough. Oh, I need something to reset the timer. Oh, that's easy. We make it move, and then another if statement. If timer is greater than 120, timer equals 0. There we go. So it resets the timer after a while. So if it's ever above 60, it moves. If it's ever below 60, it won't move. That should be how that works. Let's drop one of those in here. And I can get rid of extra enemy. See if that works. So right now it'll be just going straight up. Nope, something broke. Oh right, I never set the timer in the creation. Let me do that real quick. There we go. It should be the orange one. There it is. Yeah, it moves a bit. It moves a bit. It moves a bit. And then when it hits the top, it does the same thing. Now we just need to make it track X towards the player. And then we'll work out the timing and the speed on it later. Now, do I want it to stop when it gets under the player, or do I want it to continue on? I think I want it to continue on. So, how do I do that? Maybe it would be better to do an alarm. I can think of a few ways to do this. I'm just thinking, how's the cleanest way to do it? Maybe I should just do the alarm. Doesn't matter that much. Let's just do this like the ugly way. So the ugly way would be, the problem is this runs constantly. I need something that runs once. Okay, I think the way I do this is I'm not active. Okay, that says if we get to above 60 and it's not already active, then we set active to be on. And then if active's on, we do what we were doing before. Which was minus equals speed. Right. And this way I can set some other stuff. Okay. So now I want to set to find where the player is. Okay, so the way I do this, we go. Man, this is messy, but should work. X plus equals direction. We're gonna need an active and a direction. Okay, and then here's where we find the direction we're going. Direction times speed. Right. So direction equals no, we can't do it that way. Direction equals x, okay, equals sine of x minus of player x. Okay, I don't know if I did that right. But this should give me the sine of x minus. So either it's going to go towards us or away from us, depending on if I did this right. Everything else should be fine. So if active's turned on, it'll be doing the movement in the direction it was set at this point. And then once it turns off, everything turns off again. Alright, let's test it. So it should be moving towards us in diagonals, if I did it right. There it is. It's moving away from us in diagonals. That was almost right. I'm not doing this right. Let me think about this. What am I doing wrong here? I know it. I need like the difference. There's a better way to do this. Figuring out if something's on the left or the right side. Yeah, I don't feel like this is right, but I don't remember what. It might be like a direction function. Direction is the direction of movement. That's not what I want. Point direction. I think that's what I want. Okay. But this will give like an angle. God, I don't. I feel like there's a much easier way to do this and I'm just not thinking of it. Oh, let's just try this though. Point direction is always going to be a positive number, isn't it? Well, you know what? I know a good way to test this. What do I do? If I just go to the draw event, now I can see what it is. So the direction is, oh, he's moving really fast. 75. Is he moving that fast? What's going on? Yeah, I think it's always a positive. Oh, because it's timing it by a big number too. Okay, that's not gonna work. I know there's an easy way to do this. I've done so many projectiles and stuff that track the player. I'm just not thinking of it. This shouldn't be that hard. Okay, I think I'm remembering, but let me just write this down. I'm probably not going to use it, but if x is less than a player x, dir equals 1 or -1. Okay, so if x is less than them, you're on the left side, so dir should be -1. Else dir equals 1. I think that's the way I should do it. So I need to put this in as its own little thing to figure out whether it's positive or negative. I think that's how I used to do it. So that'll set it to a -1 or a 1 based on its position to object player X. That should fix it, where it's always moving towards us, but it's only being set at this one line of code. There it is, but it's going always negative. Or is it backwards? Okay, it moved towards us. If it moves back, then we're working. Yeah, okay. That fixed it. So now it's always going to move in our direction based off of where it picks. So it should move this way again, yep. Now if I'm on this side, it's going to move this way. There we go. Okay, this is moving like it should. Once it hits the top, it'll start doing its own thing. No, it won't, because that broke it. Huh. This should have happened. Ah, I see. 'Cause timer stopped working. Oh, okay, this is easy enough to fix. You just say, There we go. That should set the timer off and set the active off once you reach up there. Alright, let's test that. Goes right here, moves this way, back. And of course the speeds and stuff are going to be different. It'll play different animations when it's active and not active. So when it hits the top, there we go, it should move off the screen and restart the cycle. Cool. Well, that worked. Yeah, the only other thing is to change like the speeds of this stuff, which I would do on here, but I'm not going to bother with that kind of stuff yet until I do momentum. As long as the behavior is correct, which it is. Oh, I haven't tried to shoot this thing though. It's supposed to have more than one health, right? Let's go ahead and just try and kill one. It should take 2 shots. Let's just make sure that works. It's not going to move while I'm down there. If I can hit it. There's 1 shot. There's 2 shots. That kills it. Okay, that works. This enemy is basically done. We can get rid of this. And yeah, that was really it. Next enemy. Salmon. Salmons go from side to side. They don't spawn if you're near the spawning side. Really all there is to this. So it's like the jellyfish, just the other way, and same thing with the stingray. It's like the same enemy, but going the other direction. So let's just duplicate this one for the salmon and duplicate the other one for the manta ray. Oh, and I should go ahead and start making folders now, so we can start organizing things. How do I make folders? Create group. This will be enemies. Okay. Salmon will be what? Pink? There is no pink. Fuchsia. They'll have 1 HP, 1 HP max. Their speed will be 8 as well for now. Okay, it's just everything's going the other direction basically. So it's this way. Oh, but I'm gonna have to set up like 2 different ones and picking the direction they're going too. It's gonna take a little more work because it can either move from one side or the other side while the other one was only moving from the bottom. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly save and I'll take a break. I'll be right back. Boop-a-doo. Boop-a-doo-ba-doo. Okay. Where was I? I was trying to figure this out. Alright, this is going to be a little different. How does this work? Make it easy, I could just make 2 enemies, one for left, one for right, but I'd rather put it all in one object. Yeah, that would be better. So I can spawn on whichever side. Like a little puzzle. What coding is. Figuring out how to do the puzzle. Alright. So where it's spawning is between, or in the Y coordinate is between 100, because that's the top of the room that we've decided, and room height minus 50. So at least we can do that much. The X is what's going to change depending on circumstances. Instead of using room height though, I want to use view height. I don't know if I can do that. I can do view camera, but I don't know if I can do its height. I can make it within a certain distance of the camera. Oh god. This is harder than I thought. Because I'd rather the enemy, instead of being a random spot in the whole map, I'd rather it be a random spot on the where the current player kind of is. But restrained. It's gonna make it hard. I don't know, let's do it this way first. We'll figure out the other stuff later. I don't know if I can use choose here, but I'm gonna try that. Okay, so x will equal either a random range of negative 1,000 to, or a negative 100 to a negative 1,000, or a random range of the room width plus room width plus. That should work. Now I'll have to do something to make sure it swaps sides if you're next to it, which is possible to do here. Oh, that's what I do. That will make it easy to do. That should make it simple. Right, so if object player X No. I want to do this here. So we say if O player X is less than, how close was it before 200? Less than 200. Then X equals this. So it swaps it to the other side. If O player, this isn't the best way to do it, whatever, equals okay. So it'll start off putting it at a random spot. And if the spot that it's picked, or if the player happens to be close to the left side of the wall, it'll change the spot that was spawned to the right. And if it happens to be on the right side of the wall, it'll change the spot that was picked to the left. And I could do an else thing to stop it from doing it this when it does not necessary. But that's not really, it doesn't really matter. It's just gonna flick around a couple times. And this doesn't matter. It can just go straight to move, I think. That can be move. Because they'll never, they'll never not spawn. They'll just spawn on the other side, so standby doesn't really matter. Alright, move. So we want maybe I should write my own code using that as an example. If X is less than or equal to 0, or is less than or I gotta think about it again. A better way to do this would be, so I can figure out the direction, if, well no, dir equals sine x. Right. So if sign's a negative, then it's on the left side. If it's a positive, it's on the right side. So that'll set up what direction we're going. Probably get rid of all this. Yeah, that whole... We just need to have it move, and that's really it. That's really be it, yeah, it'll just move. Oh yeah. Go ahead and do this too. Okay. Let's do 500 here. Okay. So if x is ever less than 500, or greater than room width plus 500, then it kills it. Because it should always be within it. Alright, that should be enough to work. The only thing that I'm missing here is it's not going to be in the viewport, it's going to be somewhere in the room. Let's just try it after I put the enemy inside the map. Go ahead and get rid of these, they're working fine. Oh, a couple of these in. There's a way to do this quick. I don't remember the button, the hotkey. Got 4 of them in. Not seeing any, so something's gone wrong. Right. There's the X and Y coordinate, and moving all over the place. Seems to be going in the wrong direction, I think. Is this backwards? Oh no, let's just try negative dirt. Oh yeah, okay, that fixed it. So this thing should go off the screen by 500 and then reset. There we go. Alright, that much seems to be working now. Wish I knew what the button was for dropping stuff in. It's all a whole bunch of them in. Yeah, random sides, random directions. Now, if I stand on this side, that means none should spawn from the right. Ah, okay. I'm thinking about something I did wrong. If they're already on the right side, then they won't swap back over. So I need to change that. But it is working correctly. Let's go to the other side now. After it has a bit of time. There we go. Yeah, okay, it's working. I just need to change something here. This part's got to be different. Okay, so what I'm saying is, if the player is on the left side of the screen and your X is currently less than or equal to 0, which actually I want to have it be like -50. That way it's off the screen. So if it's on the left side of the screen, it's going to move it back to the right. And then that'll make it positive again. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. And that should fix this. So, yeah, if we're on the side of the screen and it's still off the screen, then it'll move it back to the other side. I think that'll be a better way to do that. We don't get any things surprise spawning on the side that we're on. Seems like it's worked. Yep. Okay, cool. So that solves that. And this enemy's done. Alright. I think I'm gonna make a duplicate of this one. Because so much changed for our manta or manta. Man, it used to have these little things that would show how you move things around, but oh, I guess it's automatically sorting it in ABC order, isn't it? I guess that's okay. I prefer to put it where I want to. Whatever. Alright, manta rays are going to be like some dark blue. Just DK blue. Blue. Alright, HP max of these things will be like 3. Alright, so these things just have to do the burst movement like the octopus did. I forgot to do that on this one. If he ever dies, I need to reset the timer in the active. Alright, everything should work here. Yeah. Alright, let's just test it. It'll just move straight. We'll do the diagonal next. But as long as it moves straight every 60 seconds, it stops. Oh, I haven't put it in. Yeah, that's right. Those are the old ones. Put the new ones in. So these should be the blue ones are moving every 60 seconds. And then they'll stop. And then they'll move. Stop. Move. I need to do something to make sure they're staggered though. But that's working just fine. Yeah, let's stagger it first. And the easiest way to do that is just set timer to equal 0 to 55. That'll stagger it. So now they shouldn't be all moving at the same spot. Would have helped if they were in the... There you go. I gave him 3 HP, didn't I? I still never figured out how to do it on the view. Yeah, okay, here we go. They got 3 HP. Alright, now I need to figure out the direction they're moving in, which is another direction. So it's just going to be like how I did the dir down here, only we're going to do a different one. Be like dir y. Okay, let's try that and see if I did it right. Should move towards me in an up and down fashion. Yep. That one should go down, that one should go up. Yep. Basically, they're trying to get to where I'm at in a diagonal. And that worked. Cool. Of course, I'll change timings and speeds, but that's basically what I wanted. Be a lot harder to kill. Okay, cool. That was good. That one's done. I guess the view thing doesn't really matter. So we'll ignore that for now. I'll add it in if I feel like it's necessary later. Put it off. Alright. Oh, Stingray instead of Manta Ray. Did I call it Stingray? Manta Ray? I don't really know the difference. Manta Ray's got the little things, right? Yeah, Stingray's just normal shape. Let's call it Stingray instead. Doesn't actually change anything. Alright, sharks. So I can base this one off of salmon, I think. This one just always goes to the height that the player's at instead of moving in little bursts. And it constantly moves, so yeah, I think we use the salmon, duplicate it. Yeah, I don't really like this ABC order thing. Can I change that? Probably in the settings, but I'm not gonna bother with settings just now. Alright, let's do the shark. What color are you, Mr. Shark? We'll do like gray. HP max will be 5. Actually, I gotta make sure I did this real quick, because I totally forgot HP is 2. Stingray, this is why that first Stingray died so fast. I gotta set his HP to 3 to start with. There we go, 5 and 5. The speed's still fine. Okay, all this is fine. The only difference would be we need to figure out what direction we're going. Okay. That should do it. It'll just move up to or down to where we're at and stay there. But this might make it like jiggle a lot. I might have to fix that. But everything else will be the same. Alright, let's test it. Of course, I forgot to put them in the scene again. As I do. So these guys should like seek us out. The gray ones. Yep. Yeah, and see they wiggle, so I'm gonna have to change that wiggling. And that's easy enough to do. I just clamp it. Oh, okay. Let's just fix that. Okay, I think I didn't think about this too hard, but that should work. If we're within 10 pixels, it shouldn't move anymore. Oh no, not quite right, but almost there. I think I do this. Okay, that might be right or it might be backwards. Or it doesn't work at all. Alright, that doesn't work. Shit. And that's kind of the right idea. I gotta remember how to do differences again. If the difference between one Y and the other Y is within a certain amount. I think I... Okay, if this is what I was doing before. I just need to go sign. Well, not sign. I need to go... I need to do whatever it takes to make it a positive number. Which is absolute value, right? I think I'm correct. Alright, let's just test it. Apparently not, but I might just be backwards. Okay, yeah, there we go. Now they're smooth. Perfect, okay, that fixed it. So they come basically where we're at, or within 10 pixels of it, and then they stop moving up and down, so there's no jiggle. Oh yeah, I gotta set something up with the enemies to where if you shoot them a bunch, as you shoot them they stop moving. That shouldn't be too hard to do once I figure it out. Just something to stop their movement for a moment, which I think all I had to do is like turn off their script or something to do that. I'll figure that out later. Okay, that enemy's done. Crab. Alright, this one's different because it doesn't leave the screen. It stays on screen until you kill it. It's definitely very different from anything we've done. But it shouldn't be too different from the shark. Let's try duplicating the shark to make the crab. Already done orange. Honestly, this should really be orange. What was the thing that I did orange? It was the octopus. Let's make it something else. What else works for an octopus? Lime? Maroon? Maroon. I don't know if I need all that. Okay, the way it spawns is going to be the same. The way it moves is going to be the same. The only difference is how the X works and then where the Y is. Alright, it's never moving on the Y chord or the Y axis. This should set it moving until it's within 10 pixels and then it'll stop moving. It'll be based on the direction. This image X-Scale thing might be wrong. I can fix that later. Okay, so Y is always going to equal room height minus 25. And then Y should never change again. Okay, I don't know. I kind of rushed through all that. I don't know if I did it quite right, but we'll see. So the Y is never going to change. He should be on the bottom of the screen. And then once he reaches within 10 pixels of the player's X coordinate, he should stop moving. And then he won't die until you shoot him, really. Let's just test that. Again, I forgot to put him in the room, so I won't test yet. Let's go ahead and delete all these. Do it over here. Doesn't matter where I drop them. Alright, so they should be on the bottom of the screen. Which they're not. Or at least they're not moving. Or I put them underneath, which is also possible. Did I put them underneath? I did minus. Minus should go up. So no, that should be right. I don't know what's going on. It's got to be something to do with this. direction over be equal to 0. Ah, this is probably backwards. Alright, let's try this. I think it's moving away from the player. There we go. That should be my crab, and he'll stop when he's underneath me. And then he'll follow me underneath. Hey, that works. So the idea is you gotta get past them. They're too fast. I gotta slow them down. You gotta get past them and then shoot them, and then they'll die, and then a new one will come. From a random side. I'll probably do something like to change how frequently they spawn though. Otherwise, these things are really easy to farm. So yeah, I want to do something to where these things spawn, or they take a lot longer to start moving. Let's go back to the standby. And then do an alarm. So this is adding an alarm, has a random timer on it, and when the timer counts down, it'll set the state to equal move. So you could stay on the bottom and farm them, but the time it takes will be a lot longer than any other enemy you fight. So it's better to get off the ground and not just camp it, basically. And that should work. So yeah, it just stays in a standby mode for a little bit. So now the time we see the crabs should be a lot more time between them. And it's like a random between half a second and whatever 300 is. Actually, I'm gonna make that 600, I think. 600 is like 10 seconds, I think. So this seems pretty good already. It's already a long time in between them. Should be fine. Actually, I think that's fine right now. We'll leave it as that. Okay, that's it. With that, crab's done. Okay, the eel. I don't know if I want to do the eel just now. Because the eel's supposed to be something that's like in a hole. And then it comes out real fast if you get close to the hole. That's what the idea was. I think it's just going to be like an enemy, or it's going to be like a hole that gets placed randomly in the map. And then once its eyes open up or whatever, it'll have like eyes in the darkness kind of thing. And if you, that's like the hole is primed. And if you stand in front of it, the eel comes out real quick. Probably fast enough that it's hard to dodge. I mean, it should be possible to dodge, but pretty hard. I'm afraid to slow the crab down a bit to do that. But yeah, that's what the eel's supposed to be like. I don't know if I want to do that one just yet or not. because it's like really animation based. Oh, slow the crab down. Also, we don't need dir Y anymore. Right, I'm pretty sure we don't use dir Y at all. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make the eel until I do animations and stuff. It's not too hard to code. It's just something that has an active timer. It's not something I really have to code right now. Now he's a slow crab. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the eel just yet. I think I might make a basic. Screw it. Just don't bother with the eel just yet. Selfish. I don't know about this selfish one. The idea is it's just a faster moving enemy that's along the top of the screen, but I don't think that's really necessary. I was just trying to come up with some more enemy types. I couldn't really think of any like movement types that I wanted to do. I don't know. Let's think about it. Actually, let's throw everybody in the room and just get a feel for what it's like. Alright, that's a couple of each enemy. It's going to be pretty hectic when they're all on the screen. But I don't think there's many times when they're all on the screen like this. They'll be a lot easier to differentiate when they're actually, they have their own artwork too. Like, you can tell who's coming for you or whatever. Like that one, that red one's an octopus. Pink ones are salmons. That gray one, it's really aggressive, is a shark. Crab should be on the bottom still. Yeah, there he is. Ooh, that octopus spawned while I was at the bottom. I wonder if that'll happen again. I gotta make it to where these, okay, the stingrays, if they go off the bottom of the screen, or they can't, I gotta make it to where they can't go off the bottom of the screen. Yeah, and I'm not seeing any octopuses right now, so, or jellyfish, so that'll be good. I know why that octopus showed up when it did. It's because its timer was already on, and it was just not able to move yet. Well, that's not a problem with the jellyfish. Okay, let's make the stingray not able to go off the bottom of the screen. So we want with their Y. Yeah. If Y is less than. So that means they shouldn't go below the room height. These blue ones. Now. But I should do like room height. And now he's stuck down there too. Let's do this a different way. I don't know. Let's just try this first. Minus 25. Okay, let's try that. Bit convoluted, but I think that'll keep him on the bottom of the screen without going too far off and not getting stuck there. It looks like he's stuck there. Yeah. Cough. Oh, it keeps bouncing on it. Well, at least he didn't get stuck on it. There's a better way to do this. Okay, no. There's another way to do this. It's something to do with instance exist. Not instance exist. Something like it though. Instance place. Of course, that's not exactly what I want. It's kind of what I want. That would work if I did have a floor, but I don't. So this is really unnecessary. Okay, so as long as we're not at the spot we're supposed to be, then move. Otherwise, y equals room height minus 25. Let's try that way. That seemed to fix it. They're stuck on the bottom, but they'll still come up. Yeah, okay, cool. That fixed it. I should have got rid of this song. This one might get copyrighted. Yeah, let's get off of that. DuckTales. I must have thought it was from the DuckTales game. Oh, it just doesn't have a proper title. Say Maxwell. There we go. Move that from my playlist back to this. Okay. So I was thinking, before all that, I was thinking what other type of enemy might I need? I don't know if I need more. Or I don't know if I need a Jellyfish at least. And I can't think of anything else that we're kind of missing. We got like an ambush type. We got one on the bottom. The only thing I think of is something along the top that maybe like dives at you. Maybe like a bird or something, but I don't really want to do birds. I could do like a flying fish. I don't know. Let's not do a Jellyfish or anything like it. Unless we feel like we need to later on. Alright, Anglerfish though. This is just one that moves around randomly. I don't know exactly how it moves. I'll figure that out. But I really think it just moves in random directions unless it gets close to the player and then it moves towards the player. I think that might be how it works. Actually, let's just make it... Okay, I know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it move like the salmon. And then it'll turn into a shark if you get close to it. Okay. Yeah, I like that idea. Angler. Okay, yeah, they move exactly like a salmon does, except when you get close, and then they move to like some sort of an attack mode. So I'm just gonna make another state for attack. Oops, I didn't put that in the right place. There we go. So if the distance to player is less than 200 pixels, state is set to attack, and in attack I'm going to make it a lot more aggressive. I think I can figure all this stuff out. It's basically I don't know if that's right. Might be backwards. Alright, all we can do is test it and see if I did that right. It'll either go towards us or away from us. So this should make it come directly at us at twice the speed because of the ×2. If I did it right. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to go away from us, so that'll be easy. We just swap it around. But they shouldn't activate unless I get close to them. And then, yeah, they come right at me. They're way too fast now. ×2. Huh. ×2 should have just made them a 10. What happened there? Alright, speed 5 ×2. Even if it's times a -1. It should still be, so, did I do something wrong? Speed ×2 is 10. Well, I guess you wouldn't be able to outrun it if it's that, but let's do 1.5. At least then it's not as fast. Oh my. Yeah, it's still a little too fast, huh? Maybe the 5 is fine. I need to do the thing to where it doesn't wiggle again. I think I want it to move faster this way. Than up and down. So now it looks like they sped up, but you can still kind of get away from them. They're still pretty fast. Whew. I don't know, that might be fun. We'll keep it at that for now. I just need to get rid of the wiggle. I forgot how I did that exactly. Something clamping it. This. There we go. Now they won't wiggle. Oh my. I should do something if it gets attacked, it'll also go into attack mode. HP is less than HP max. There we go. So if I ever shoot it, it'll start attacking too. Let this guy get a little bit away. Now it should start chasing me. Yeah, the second I shoot at it. I like that. It's an interesting enemy. I need to work the speeds around a bit later, but it does what I want it to do. Another enemy done. So turtles are just supposed to move side to side with lots of HP. You don't actually kill them. You just get goodies off their back. So pretty easy. I'll just do a salmon, duplicate. They're like little loot boxes that swim by. Ah, wait. No. Honestly, I don't have to do anything with this. I just don't do the state equals dead thing. Only dead when you've reached the outside of the room. And then when you lose HP through the bullet event is when it drops treasure. And it stops dropping treasure when it runs out of HP. So I just get rid of this part. So you can't actually kill it. Yeah, I'll just make bullets stop interacting with it after it's lost all of its HP. Yeah, if HP is greater than 0, instant destroy out of there. Otherwise, it's just going to start passing right through it. I think everything else is good here. It doesn't actually die until it reaches off the screen again. And then it needs like an... Yeah, it needs an alarm for coming back to life and doing the spawn. So I think I just do here, alarm 0. Oh, this is going to keep repeating though, unless I do something different. So I need to do... that. There we go. So it goes into standby. It does this alarm, and then when the alarm goes off, it respawns. So the turtle is just the thing that rarely comes across the screen, but when it comes across the screen, you can get a ton of loot for it if you just shoot all of the little minerals that are attacking it off, basically. Little treasure thing, and I forgot to put it in the room again, so no sense testing it. I probably want to set up an alarm to begin with. Right now, I'll just test it. Let's find the turtle. It should be slow moving. There he is. So I shoot him 10 times, and then the bullets will just start passing through him. He'll never hurt you. Basically, you just shoot all the stuff, all the loot off of him, and then he becomes happy. Oh man, he spawned over here really fast. Something happened. I think I see a problem here. Yeah, this is making it respawn before it dies. I think what I need to do is make state equal dead. I didn't notice that before with the salmon, but the second they were going off screen, yeah, they were just respawning on the other side, but I want them to respawn from scratch. Okay, that should fix that. I don't know if it's working or not. Well, we'll figure that out later. I think it should be working. Basically, if they're off the screen right now and I'm over here, they're reset until they get this side of the screen. And that way they don't die the second they leave the screen here. Okay, I think that's right. I think the only issue... No, that's fine because this will set this alarm back, so that's cool. Alright. I think the turtle's good now. And then the last one's the boss, and we're not going to do it yet. The enemies are basically done. I need to figure out loot, so we can do that real quick. And I can even use the bullet. Let's do that. Let's see, is that it? Oh, I need to make it like fall. Okay, so this is going to, when the loot's created, gonna make it yellow. Use the bullet 1. Speed will equal 5. It'll fall down at 5 speed. If it's below the room by 50, it will destroy itself. So you gotta pick it up before it hits the ground. And then we just go over to the player object and do a collision with our loot. Where's the loot? Loot's in here. So if you collide with the loot, so I'll set a loot variable to go up 1 and destroy the other instance. And loot starts at 0. And then just so we know what our loot is, we're going to make a little thing to display it. So, text at 100, 100 loot. I have to do loot as a string? I don't think so. I think it makes it a string. Alright, that should be it for that. And now I just need to make stuff drop loot. Make my enemies drop loot. Let's work with the turtle, seeing as that one will drop a lot of loot. Ah, yes. I need, now to think about it, this draw event. Okay, it was 1920, so 1820? No, half that. Alright, 1080. I don't know if I'm doing this right at all. Might be 440. Let's just try this for now. Grab turtle. Have him. There we go. Oh wait, I need to do... This isn't right. Oh no, it might be fine. I think it'd be better to do it like this. If... No, yeah, okay. I don't have to do that. I just do tack this on here. Alright, so... Yeah, if it's ever destroying the other, it'll be creating loot as well. Let's see if I did that right. I think I messed up the draw text part. But it looks like there's a 0 in the top corner, so maybe it worked. Now I gotta find the turtle. Where's the turtle at? Oh, the turtle's not in the room. Ah, naturally. Just make a couple turtles. There we go. Now, if I shoot these guys, they should drop loot, and I can grab it. And then it's counting at the top left. I extinguished that one. Probably want to do something to change that so you're not losing all the loot. And it's hard to collide with it. I need to do something with the hitbox for picking up loot to be more forgiving, because it's hard to pick it up right now with the little hitbox. That's easy enough to do. But right now I have 7 coins, or whatever you want to call it, meteorite fragments. Probably want these to fall slower or ramp up in speed. Let's make speed equal 0 to start with. And then we do speed if speed is less than 5. Okay, so if speed is ever less than 5, it'll add a little to the speed until the speed equals 5. So now the loot will kind of like suspend in the air for a little bit before falling. Gives you time to get underneath it and grab it. If I just increase the hitbox a bit to pick it up nice and easily, then that'll fix that problem. Loot. Oh god, it's off the screen. Hate to see it. Of course, you'll be able to pick it up if I increase the size of the hitbox for acquiring loot. Okay, let's do that. Doesn't really matter too much. There we go. So I made, not talking, but I made a player loot object or whatever, like a hitbox. Gonna use this bigger hitbox, and I just took all the looting controls off of it, and I made it follow the player around. It's just gonna be an invisible object. And what I should do is when the player's created, just go ahead and make this other thing. X, Y, depth, O, So this is saying if the player does not exist, it will destroy itself and exit the script before it can screw anything up. This one will create this thing right when it's created, so this will always be in the room if the player's in the room. So there we go. That should work. Let's try it. Now I should have a much larger hitbox for picking up things. There we go. Beautifully done. It's much easier too. Ooh. Something else I wanted to do with the bullet. Also, I need to drag loot out of here. So it's greater than 3. This needs to be greater than player bullet num. There we go. So now, how many bullets you can have is based on this variable that the player has, which shouldn't change anything unless I change that number. Right now it's still back to 3. Yep, I can just shoot 3 bullets at a time. But what that does is it allows me to go in here and change this variable to be like 5 with the upgrades. And now I can shoot 5 bullets at a time. Something that happens when you get lots of upgrades. Cool. Everything's working great with that. Well, that's loot done. Alright, I'm gonna take a break here. I think we made some good progress. Made most of the enemies. Did looting, did camera, did a couple little extra things. Yeah, next will be like overworld map, and then making these different like location maps that you can go to. We'll get our player to actually be able to be damaged and killed, which will basically just shoot you back out on the overworld map and take all your stuff. Do upgrades, so we upgrade. We'll figure out the whole player movement, enemy movement thing, get the speed going correctly, and then I'll work on like the shop menu, mini games. We'll start drawing artwork. This is going pretty quick actually. I might be able to add more stuff to it, but I'm not going to do that until I get the part that I wanted finished, which is the basic simple game, and then we might add some stuff to it later. But that's it. I'm going to end this stream here. Later.